Don't freak out, or you're live.
Tim, I hate you.
I know.
Oh, God. All right, guys. Well, hello. Welcome to this live stream of the Drunk Crypto Variety Show. My name's Annalese, and... Whoa, dude. My name's Annalese, and today is April 2nd, I believe. Yesterday was April Fool's Day, so if you got fooled, fool's on you, joke's on you. But it is a new month. The year's going by pretty fast, actually. It's already the fourth month, huh? 2020 has been flying by, and for the past month, most people have been inside. Unless you're in China, you've been inside for a very long time then. Crypto's been a little slow. This is the Drunk Crypto Variety Show, but there hasn't been...
Tell me when.
When?
Tell me when.
What?
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
All right, well, here we are.
Oh, shit.
Cheers, guys, if you're drinking along with us. I was outside today. I was playing tennis. Supposedly, there is
Did you wash ass?
Full lockdown in place. What? I just got back.
Did you wash ass?
Where? When?
When you came back.
I just got back.
So you got a dirty ass right now?
I guess, from the day, yeah.
Let the record show Annalise has a dirty ass.
Okay, anyways, whoa. Okay, so...
Sorry.
Anyways,
it's been a long day, y'all.
Yeah, apparently. So,
I've been working on that proposal all day, and, like, my mind is just fucking loopy.
What a weird guy. So,
oh, man.
I don't know how you guys have been doing. I know some states have that lockdown, fully in place, and then you can get fined for leaving your house more than once, or if they catch you on the street past a certain time. I don't think that's the case here yet. Somebody had contacted me and told me that supposedly there was something like that happening sometime soon. So I don't know. I hope not. I really hope not. I would love to, I don't know, keep going outside because I like to be in the sun. I like to play tennis, and I like to play volleyball, and I like to go to the Everglades. These are just things that I enjoy doing. Could you be any more obnoxious?
Man. I thought it was going to be too sugary. I'm not going to lie. Thought it was going to be too sugary.
Jerome is screaming about something.
What?
I got delay and I just don't like the sound.
Okay, be more descriptive, please. I don't have time to play games.
Her mouth and audio are not in sync and the sound doesn't sound.
And I hope that we're back. I don't know. I guess y'all tell me. I don't know.
Okay, so something was wrong with the sound, and now everything should be okay, to my knowledge.
I know what happened with the sound. When you sat on this,
I sat on this half. How did I touch that half?
When you sat on this.
Anyways, so I guess our sound was off. Now it should be fine, guys. Basically, I hope you guys are doing okay. If you're stuck inside, if you're not, I hope you're staying safe. Something that I thought was really...
If you're not doing okay, I hope you're at least doing drugs.
Strange. Oh, Tim. Something I thought was really strange is I went to the store, and here's my thing. Whenever I see... I was at Publix. Here's the thing. Whenever I see someone with a mask and no gloves, think about that real quick. Just think about that real quick, right? Think about it.
I can see it. It makes sense.
Well, no, not if you don't have something that's actively sanitizing or washing your hands.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know what they do.
Not if they don't have something that's actively sanitizing or washing their hands.
You know what I don't like seeing? I don't like seeing all these videos of people eating with gloves. Fucking
that
idiots.
Too. Don't eat with don't eat with your gloves. Don't do anything with your gloves.
Why would you do that?
As soon as you wear them and you're gonna do something with them, just please throw them away. Way better, awesome. All right, so we got a thumbs up from our tech guy that we sound way better. Cool. So guys, don't do silly things. Don't eat with your gloves on. Don't touch your face with your gloves on. Don't drive with your gloves on. After you go exit the facility or whatever you touch, please take them off. Also don't dump them. Something that's been going around is people have been throwing their gloves on the grass and on the road, and instead of seeing a bunch of water bottles and garbage everywhere like we usually see in some places, they're seeing a bunch of gloves and masks. Don't throw them on the floor. There's trash can, guys, that's still littering, and it's not cool.
Is it still littering?
It is still littering.
Oh, okay, so you fucking idiots out there, if you're littering, stop it. What are you doing?
Just don't do it, guys. Just throw it
I
in the trash
yell at people
can.
for littering. Don't do that.
You're killing penguins.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't think we have.
It's a butterfly effect. It'll get there.
There's no penguins in Alaska. That's the name of a Kyoto song. You should
There's
look it up. It's
there's
a great
penguin
song.
in the Great Sandwich Islands.
There's no such thing as a sandwich. I'll tell you that right now.
The Great Sandwich Islands?
Sandwich, got it.
Yes. So guys,
Where is that? Where are those islands? What kind of
it's
penguins
off
do
the
they have?
coast of Australia.
So they have emperor penguins. Got it.
Yeah.
I have an extensive
Pretty cool.
bird knowledge. So
Yeah, you can tell that by the size of his forehead.
that doesn't make any sense.
Got a lot of braid in there.
I don't even really have a large forehead though.
I mean, it's there. It's predominant. Anyways, guys. So another thing, my thing with the gloves as well is if you're touching, we're getting corona from touching gas pumps. Wear gloves. You know, those are a high volume area, especially since gas is really cheap. I mean, not as much people are going out, but gas is really cheap right now. So if you're in a high volume area and you're grabbing and touching things, you know, not a good idea. Don't do it. Don't do it.
My thing about it is like I get it, you know, corona, etc. Be extra careful or whatever, but like are y'all just dirty in real life? Like, is that like a thing that people just do? Like, they just touch gas pumps and then don't like put sanitizer, like wash their hands or something?
Not immediately, no. And that's not usually a thing. I mean, before this, I didn't usually just have hand sanitizer. They had a campaign at some gas stations where they had gloves, like, you know, to like help promote.
Here's my thing, right?
Sanitary, whatever, you know.
Here's how you gauge whether or not you should wash your hands or not, okay? Would you shake hands with a homeless person?
Probably not.
Okay, so probably not, right? Okay, can you confirm whether or not a homeless person touched a door handle, a gas pump, etc.?
Can I confirm it? No.
So since you can't confirm it, assume that the homeless people are just touching everything and wash your hands. Boom, problem solved. Crisis averted.
Well, I mean, yes, true, but some people, you know, if they have to get in their car and drive home before they can wash their hands, and I mean, there's that. That's why phones and steering wheels and all these other things are 10 times dirtier than your toilet.
Dirty.
You know,
Nasty,
like they're gross because you're touching the outside world, and then you get in your car and you touch your phone and you touch your keys. Also, please clean your keys. You know, these are just things that you should be doing, you know. But I don't want to overload your heads with corona today because I was watching the news yesterday and, oh my God, I know why half of you are freaking out. Like, there was nothing on the news besides corona. Like, absolutely nothing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, absolutely nothing. Like, there was I was just like, no one's dying out there. There's no shootouts. Like, there's nothing else happening.
Well, technically, crime is way down, as you might imagine. Crime is like way down.
Sure, but I'm sure there's a rainforest burning somewhere. Like, there's something. Something must be happening.
The rainforest gets set on fire by people. The people aren't out there setting fire to nothing right now.
I guess. I don't know. I guess we're that shitty.
Keep
everyone inside.
They got thugs in
forever.
Brazil out there on the streets, like, beating people and making them go back inside.
Is that true?
100%. Because their president or whatever they have over there is not, like, making a big deal out of it. And the thugs are like, yo, chill, pops. Like, this is kind of a big deal. You might fuck up the operation, so I need you to just keep them inside. But they said it in whatever that weird languages they speak over there. Portuguese.
How weird language they speak over there.
It sounds like a cool Spanish, but like not like cool.
It sounds like if Spanish and like Hebrew was like thrown together. Because they have like a.
It sounds like they're singing.
They
like it just sounds like they're singing all the time.
Like Italians?
Yeah, kind of. But just with words.
That's not even what they sound like. That's not what they sound like. They push their words because they like emphasize some of their words like batata, like, you know, but that's it.
Oof, I haven't changed the stream name on most platforms in like a while. Sorry guys, I'm lazy.
Anyways, there hasn't been too much news since last time. Sure has.
CZ, aka Mr. Binance Man, aka we don't really fuck with you, but you know, whatever. Is looking to purchase CMC.
CoinMarketCap, that I did hear. Apparently,
they've been buying a lot of stuff, not just the stuff that we know about. There's been some like undercover purchases.
So here's the thing, right? And this is just with every company. After you get to a certain size, you just start just eating up, you know, left and right. You just start getting into other ventures, other things. That's just how it is.
Right.
Amazon said, hey, we're going to sell books. And then they went to selling everything. And then they went to selling like everything and having Whole Foods and having, now they're trying to start healthcare. And I mean.
Well, that's why they bought Whole Foods.
You know, there's a lot of things.
It was for the warehouse capacity and the ability to have brick and mortar stores to distribute pharmaceutical goods to customers, because Amazon is smart and they realize that old people still need someone to tell them, even though it says it on the bottles, how many times they should take their pills per day. We got your old people.
I don't know. I feel like, well, I mean that, of course, because they need, having a brick and mortar is always a go-to when it comes to certain populations. So, I mean, that was just a smart move. But, like, I mean, even besides that, they're in so many, like, different crevices.
Good. Wow.
You like it? Yeah.
Can we get, what is this, Owl Wine? Can we get them to sponsor us? Because, like, owls or whatever?
I don't know. Ask
Winking
them.
Owl. I'm gonna reach out and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I will definitely get saucy up your shit all the time. Just sponsor me. Easy peasy.
I don't know how this works. I don't know. How would you feel if CZ bought Coin? I mean, personally, I'm not crazy about CoinMarketCap.
Yeah,
Your April Fool's joke, though, you know, the toilet paper token.
Ugh.
LOL, cute. You know, a lot of people found it to be funny, a little laugh, something to laugh about during, you know, these unfortunate times.
I think it was stupid.
Why?
It was just dumb.
But why?
I didn't like it.
Yo, meme culture.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Meme culture has taken over just every industry, really.
It was just a ploy to get more traffic to their website. Like, okay, we all went there. You get the ad revenue.
I mean, as a company, even as an individual, the purpose of making a good joke on an appropriate day is to gain customers. It's not to just, you know.
No, you know what's cool? What's cool is when people from these different companies go on Twitter and then they start things that a whole bunch of other blue check companies get in on. Like Netflix did a thing where it was like, oh, Netflix and chill, blah, blah, whatever. And then like all these other companies were like, you know, like Domino's Pizza and whatever the fuck. They all made like sexual innuendos. And that was fucking hilarious because like literally like major corporations, like their Twitter accounts for a day was just like, you know what?
Well, that's something that people enjoy.
We can fuck
but also that drives traffic to these individual corporations. Well, they do it for a reason. It's not going to turn people away. They'll be like, oh my God, Papa John's. Oh wait, you guys are having a sale. Pizza.
They're having a sale?
What'd I say? They're not having a sale. Pizza Hut's having a sale, supposedly. I knew Domino's had a sale.
I could not find the Pizza Hut sale. That's why I went with Papa John's the other day
instead
of Pizza Hut.
So the website lied to you.
Yeah, I use Retail Me Not for my coupons, and they fucking lied to me, and so I'm sad about that. So, that's that. Did your laptop say something about someone killing Warren Buffett? What is that?
Killing Warren Buffett? Who killed Warren Buffett?
Oh, Burner. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. My brain just like dyslexified that. Burner Wallets, not Warren Buffett. Yeah, I feel like the letters are somewhat there a little bit for my brain to have made that connection. That's wow.
Yeah, no. Something about Apple killing the burner wallets, supposedly.
What does that mean? What's a burner wallet?
I guess an extra wallet that you may have had on your phone. Je ne sais quoi.
Okay, that's wow. You could have just not said quoi and it would have been perfect.
Quoi.
Okay.
I like quoi.
Now you sound like a moose.
Okay, so the story is from Cointelegraph. In recent changes to the intelligent tracking prevention in iOS, it may have killed burner wallets for iPhone users. So burner wallets were non-custodial wallets that store a user's private key in a browser's local storage. And the change made by Apple to Safari meant to enhance user privacy and jeopardize this model. Okay, so I guess whatever change they did to that doesn't allow people to just store the private key in the browser. I'm assuming for privacy purposes. You know how Apple has, or not Apple, but you can save your password on Google?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently that's like not a thing for like the private keys anymore. Like it won't allow you to do that.
Well, you probably shouldn't do that anyway.
I don't know, man.
I'm not saying that Apple should tell you how to live your life or whatever, but you probably shouldn't do that anyway. 10 pounds sterling in the chat. What's going on, my guy?
What's up? What's up? Just checking in through some stories here, seeing if there's anything out there in the crypto world.
Anyone watching, if you have a cool story or whatever, let me know.
So Leving, what is it, Leving? No, what's that new game that came out? Light Night?
Sure.
Light Night. Mm-hmm. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, we covered that a while ago. Yeah, that was a cool game.
Yeah, so I think their sale ended actually. Was it yesterday? Yeah, you could have gotten like 50% off the game or something like that. But the game's not out yet, and personally, I was gonna get it, right? I was not opposed to actually purchasing the game. Mm-hmm. However, when I found out that you lose Bitcoin if you get killed and it's a shooting game like Fortnite, I was like, I don't know about that.
I'm sorry, what did you think it was?
So I didn't know. So I knew what it was, right? But network. I understand, but I didn't understand that you lost Bitcoin if you died.
Yeah, that's the whole you know how like in Call of Duty you kill somebody and then you pick up their stuff? So
right.
In this game, you kill somebody, you pick up their Bitcoin.
Right, but I would die every time. That's a problem.
Well, that's true. I've seen you play.
That's the problem. So I didn't buy it for that reason.
Hold on,
I didn't buy it for that reason.
We did get that dub yesterday.
Yes, we got a win.
We got the dub.
We got a dub yesterday.
We didn't get the win, okay? I will either accept W or dub, okay? We got the dub. We got the dub, guys. Yeah, we got that fucking dub.
All right. Hello, everyone in the chat. Looks like it's getting active up in there. What's up, guys? Just chilling here.
Carlowick's in the chat. What's going on, my guy? Long time. Thanks so much for joining us. We're just
also, there's a new scam out there, guys. If you're expecting anything from the government, please be careful.
Oh, God, yeah.
People are trying to scam you when it comes to the whole, getting paid out that $1,200. You're supposedly getting it automatically to your bank account within, the next 3 weeks.
Guess who's not getting it?
You. But be careful if anyone calls you, if anyone sends you any information in the mail, if anyone's asking for, the IRS doesn't needs your banking information, please update, send it to this address or call us at this number. Don't do it. The IRS will not call you. And if they send you a letter, please make sure it is an official letter from the IRS government website and double check and call the IRS because chances are they will not do that.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you look, IRS, fuck them. But here's the thing: anytime you, Jesus Christ, anytime you actually have to, like, you're forced to deal with, the IRS. Oh my God, it hurts. It just hurts saying it. Anytime you have to deal with the IRS, just go to irs.gov, find a phone number from there or contact whatever from there, and that's it. So I'm not going to tell you the phone number because trustless, etc., etc. irs.gov, generally speaking, does not suffer from DNS spoofing type attacks where you think you're going to irs.gov but you're not. So as long as you always go to irs.gov and you can verify that HTTPS, aka secure socket layer, is on, you're on the right website and the phone number there should be good to go. So I would do that. I can also confirm almost unequivocally that they do not have Indian people on the phone lines. It's not a racial thing. It just, I've never heard an Indian person working at the IRS. So
okay, well, here's the thing: when you call call centers,
a lot of them scams come from overseas.
Right. If you call a call center and it sounds like someone's from overseas.
Oh shit! Amir's Brown in the chat.
If you call If you call a call center, right, and they're from overseas, like, you're gonna get someone with an accent every single time. Well, everything is in-house. Yeah. Everything is in-house here,
For
this
IRS,
is government.
Yes,
this is government. Government is in-house, always. So, I mean, if you feel suspicious, ask for another representative. Don't be rude. But, just saying. Also, just a quick update on that Binance story. They officially acquired CoinMarketCap.
Oh, word?
Yeah, it's officially acquired.
Done deal?
Yeah, it's a done deal.
Wow, I bet you BNB rises up through the ranks somehow.
Somehow. Also, I heard there was a whale who bought a couple $1 million worth of Bitcoin today, and that shot up the price to about 7,000. I think the price around now is like 6,800. I think last I checked, something like that.
Mr. Whale, all I'm saying is, I mean, my belly is hungry right now, and so if you got maybe one Bitcoin you could spare, I'm just saying, throw that thing my way. All I'm saying. You know, that's not too much trouble, Mr. Whale. I'm just saying, I think you're dope.
Yeah, so Bitcoin's about 6,700, 800, depending on what exchange you're on, but that's just an average.
It's approximately $6,789.46, approximately. So.
In average, again. But yeah, it looks like it's been going on an upward trend. Some people...
In average?
An average?
In aggregate.
An average.
In aggregate.
Okay, listen.
In average. Get a load of this one.
In average, an average.
Okay, listen. We're going to go with in aggregate, okay? So.
Whatever, Tim. Okay, so it looks like Bitcoin's going on a uptrend right now, and it's going against what the economy is showing, even though stocks are also at a positive, and that's mostly because the Federal Reserve said, hey, we're going to print a bunch of money.
Uptrend?
Technically, right? Wow. So we were thinking. So here's the thing.
Cheap date.
There was cheap date. What do you mean? Bitcoin was at 4,000.
Easy to please.
It's been going up.
Cheap date over here, guys.
Whoa. Listen. A lot of people were thinking, hey, Bitcoin will fall down to 3K again. I don't. Right now, I'm not sure. Right?
Yo,
we're not sure.
2,800.
We're not sure.
First, folks. No, I have no idea.
The thing is, here's the thing. What are the current events right now in China? Because the coronavirus had, fizzled out, and then people started going back to work, and then they went from 0 cases to supposedly 78 in one day. Are they back to square one? Are they back to a lockdown? Are we open? What's happening there? Because we know, yeah.
Yeah, the world may never know. China's like a fucking Tootsie Pop.
Wow. All right, so I would just say pay attention to what's happening in China, because we know that there's a lot of circulation out on that region, and then there's also a good amount of circulation here in the U.S. With the U.S. economy failing, most people are saying it's going into depression rather than a recession, because the Fed is backing up the U.S. at this time. But things may bounce, especially oil. We're apparently running out of places to store oil. Did you hear about that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why the oil prices are so low.
Yes, so we're running out of places to store oil. Well, two things. One, there was a crash, but also we're running out of places to store oil because people are not buying it fast enough as fast as we're producing it, basically. And because of that may cause the barrels to go to 0, supposedly. So, I mean, that's nuts.
What the fuck?
That's nuts.
That analogy, what the fuck? That's mad funny. What are all these letters? A lot of letters going on over here in the chat.
The second. I'm not sure what's happening, but hello, guys. If you joined us, feel free to jump in the chat, say hello. If you guys have any interesting topic, story, anything you want to talk about, let me know.
No. Let me know.
Sure. So, yeah, there's a lot of interesting current events that are going on, guys. And you have to pay really close attention right now to the stock market. There was supposedly a death cross that was, I don't know if it already happened yet, because the market's kind of just been there, or if it's upcoming.
Oh, man, I'm going to have so much fun with this one. What's a death cross?
I'm not too sure. You like that one? That one was funny, huh?
I love it.
Okay,
hey,
so this is BTC's Weatherman specialty. I'm not going to explain it.
Oh, man.
Weatherman, can you please explain to the public what is a death cross, please?
What moving averages does it use? It uses specific moving averages, probably like the 200 and the 50 or some shit, but when one dips below the other, it's considered a death cross. I think it's the 50 dipping below the 200. Because the 200 is supposed to be like nice and smooth and just like a super easy transition, because it's an aggregate, an average of the previous 200 days, and so that should always be kind of just chilling, right?
Right.
And so if the 50 day, which should be a little bit more of an aggressive, crosses with the 200,
right?
I think it's the 50 and the 200. Please don't quote me on that. Just Google it. It's really not that big of a deal. And or ask your dad. I don't know.
And or ask your dad.
And then the opposite would be man. Not sure what the opposite's called. Really drawing a blank on that one.
It's okay. I think the people get it.
Or maybe it's the 200 crossing into the 50. I don't know, but some moving averages, when they cross over each other, it's considered a death cross, because it's not something that's going up shouldn't be moving in that way.
Right.
It's probably the 200 crossing down below the 50, if I'm thinking right. because that means that like because the 50 is the 200 is more weighted like over the past like 200 days or whatever, and so if that starts going down to a point where like it's crossing where the 50 is, I'm pretty sure that's not a good sign.
Right. So because of this, people were thinking that it was going to be a dead cat bounce, and things were just going to go.
Wait. What's a dead cat bounce? You have to know this one.
When it shoots up and goes back down. Like, what do you mean?
No.
Like a dead cat.
No.
Boom.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's how I learned it.
Why do they call it a dead cat bounce?
Because okay, so it's because you know how when you drop a cat on its back, it'll always like land on its feet.
Okay, absolutely not. Okay, because the cat's dead. Okay. They call it a dead cat bounce.
Back up.
They call it a dead cat bounce because even if the cat is dead, i.e., like let's say Bitcoin is dead, whatever, regardless, when it hits the ground, it's gonna bounce a little bit. So that's why they call it a dead cat bounce. That
yeah,
one's
but
fine.
then it's gonna go boop.
Well, right, because the cat is dead. It does have to hit the ground again, and or potentially find a lower low. But
Cats have 9 lives. So.
well,
Yeah, there's been a lot of speculation that's been going on. I've been watching kind of the bigger players to see like what my investment moves are personally. I was thinking of going more into traditional stocks. Some people have been pushing me to go towards crypto. I've been a little, wary because now here we have another 30 days. People are starting to, file for unemployment at rapid rates, unfortunately. Restaurant workers are really affected right now. Did you hear about Lady Gaga's Yeah.
And now it's like
10 million. Yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ.
it's numbers are moving fast, right?
And that's
so
only
these
the
are
people that's
things
applied for unemployment.
Exactly. These are
Crazy.
things that we need to pay attention to, especially when it comes because next thing you know, you're like, oh, stock market's doing great. Ha ha. Joke's on you. Everything takes a dump, right? So you don't want that to happen. So something I found that was really funny, this is a kind of like another current event, it's not in crypto, but Lady Gaga's father had started a GoFundMe account for, her fans or whatever. Really what he was targeting her fans because you're not Lady Gaga, you're her dad, right? Who are you? Nobody. You're just Lady Gaga's father. Your daughter, is a multi-millionaire. So what he did, he started a GoFundMe to ask for money to pay for his employees' salary. And I was like,
Stephanie's dad did that?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So obviously he got a whole lot of backlash because here we have, famous celebrities donating their entire salaries to help people and feed children across America. Meanwhile, you have this guy starting a GoFundMe, and it was on her birthday at that. So she was not happy about that when she found that out. Not only her, but also her fans started attacking, her father for these things. And of course, they took it down. And because this happened, they ended up not only paying their employees full salary benefits, but also a bonus for that happening. So.
I don't know about the whole bonus situation. You earn what you earn, but that's fucking wacky that somebody, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Anyways,
Yeah, your daughter's a multimillionaire, dude. You can't do that.
Buffalo
So
on Twitch. Shout out. I don't think we really have viewers on Twitch like that. Shout out Cartel Buffalo on Twitch. I'm cracking a beer. Let's hear what you've got to say about BTC. All right. I've got a lot of stuff to say about BTC just for you, Cartel Buffalo. What are we going to... Just mute this real quick. What are we going to say about BTC?
what? I mean, what do you want to say right now? Again, price of.
We muted it. They can't hear us right now.
What? I don't. You didn't. Do you want? Do you want me to?
No. It was a joke.
Oh well.
I was making a joke.
Okay, well we're done now then.
Perfect.
Okay, all right. So Bitcoin.
Great
Great talk. Okay, so like we were saying earlier, price of BTC now.
Wait. Very, very important question.
What's
Specifically
important?
for you, Cartel Buffalo, what kind of beer did you just crack?
Well, while you get back to us on the beer you just cracked, Bitcoin. So personally, I have a shirt that says I'm a Bitcoin queen. Boom, because I am. Also, I'm just someone who advocates Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as a whole. Not a lot of people understand.
Canadian brews?
Not a lot of people understand not only the difference and the intricacies of cryptocurrencies and blockchain, they always think that they're the same for some reason. And whenever you talk about it, I don't know, it gives people a weird taste and understanding. Mm-hmm. Personally, I enjoy not only having, I want to say financial freedom. I don't know about you, but I hope the Fed's not listening.
Yo, fuck the Fed.
I hope the Fed's not listening. But I personally don't necessarily report any BTC that I may or may not have.
I don't even know what BTC is, to be real with you. But I
So-
do know this. I'm gonna be fresh as hell if the Fed's watching. Shout out 2 Chainz. I'll be fresh as hell if the Fed's
So these
watching.
are just things that, like, I don't know. I prefer having this freedom, you know, financially away from the Federal Reserve and away from any other countries, you know, whatever they got going on. It's a way for not only workers who may not have bank accounts or have, you know, some kind of, I guess, if they have family who lives in another country, also this is a good method to, you know, send money. It's just a better method that we have now, honestly. It can resolve a lot of our monetary needs financially, you know, socially, a lot of things, you know, globally, anything. It can. I don't know if you heard of Akon. I mean, it's not BTC, but it's crypto in general, but like
Acoin?
he has Acoin and he's building up the infrastructure in Africa, and I think that's fantastic. You know, the thing is, you're not going to go from having a low infrastructure to, hey, let's now bump them up to technology that we had in 2007. No, they're going to progress forward. They're going to progress tenfold. So they're going to go from they're going to go from, you know, having low-end Nokias to, hey, having an iPhone, having an actual like infrastructure, because we have the tech today and age. There's no need to, you know, backtrack and go little by little. This is something that I like when it comes to cryptocurrency. There's no need, if they don't trust the government currency and they're over there trading phone minutes, you know, boom, we literally have crypto. The people already trade phone minutes. It's much easier for them to understand how to use alternative currency than us here in America or in the UK or any other first world country. These are things that are easier for these people to wrap around their heads because they already do it. They already trade value differently than we do.
Well, it's not specifically that it's easier. It's just that in a lot of African countries, they, like you were mentioning, they tend to skip over stuff, right? So they skipped over computers and went straight to smartphones. And then they skipped over traditional banking and went right to digital currencies.
Right.
So, like you said, I mean, they were transacting value like in a different way than, you know.
Well, they didn't trust the government currency. We don't. People say that they don't trust.
Currency.
That's true as well. There's people who have like people who have individual villages and shit. Mm-hmm. So I mean, so here's the thing, right? We sit here, we say burn the Fed, do this, blah blah blah. We don't like you, you know, screw you, basically. Federal Reserve.
Goddamn Woodrow Wilson, you fucking whore. Your mother was a whore. Your father was a whore.
No. You guys are all nice people, I promise.
No, Woodrow Wilson. He's not watching the chat. He's a fucking ex-president.
I'm just kidding. Watching the chat, I said they're nice people.
Yo, no, fuck Woodrow Wilson, piece of shit.
I was just kidding. This?
Shout out.
You want this?
Gina, I don't know what you're.
That was a great spiral. I don't know why you didn't catch that, bro.
Someone just said hello from Periscope. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what your name is. There's hearts at the end, so shout out to you. Hearts at the end.
Anyways, back to our Buffalo friend, BTC. So I'm not sure exactly what you want to hear about BTC besides that it's the king of kings right now when it comes to cryptocurrency. Lightning Network helps it be a little faster. There was an argument that Tim got into the other day because somebody said that you know, they get transactions in usually 15 minutes or less or something crazy, which is not true. You know, it takes time for those transactions to actually be verified on the blockchain. You know, if you're getting your one confirmation within the first 5-10 minutes, congratulations, you and everyone else, right? But like, I mean, that's just it. You can't really, a lot of places won't actually let you withdraw and spend that.
Hey, shout out Darth
So
Vader
I'm just saying,
what's up, my boy?
BTC is the king of kings now, but who knows who's the king of kings later, you know? These are all things that we need to think about, things that are not, I mean, BTC is relatively a baby. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of people have adopted cryptocurrency in general.
But also fuck Lightning Network. I just want to make that abundantly clear. Don't send me no Lightning Network invoices. I don't fuck with Lightning Network at all.
I've been seeing more people that have been doing things directly on the Lightning Network lately. I mean, just projects in general, people who, you know, Lightning Network wallets instead of regular Bitcoin wallets.
Here's my thing, right? What's
your thing about it, Tim? Please tell me. Tell me, because you're stressing over here, bro.
First of all, the Lightning Network, all right, is a side chain.
Right.
Meaning that you put BTC in, and then all the steps along the Lightning Network is not Bitcoin, okay? It's only Bitcoin again when you cash it out. So that's my first issue with it, is you're not actually transacting in Bitcoin. So it technically does not make Bitcoin faster. So there's step number one. And then, beyond that, if the whole goal is to make Bitcoin faster, by segmenting the developers into people who are developing on core Bitcoin and then people who are developing the Lightning Network, you're not making Bitcoin faster. Like, all those people could have just had a concerted effort and then made just standard Bitcoin faster. You know what I'm saying?
They could have.
But instead we have fragmentation, and then to make it even worse, there's Bitcoin Cash and this and that and all these other shit that's taking developers away from just making Bitcoin faster. And I don't understand that. But also, it seems kind of like the Bitcoin developers really don't have a vested interest in making Bitcoin faster for some reason. I don't know why. It's weird.
I think the thing is that people don't actually want to touch the original Bitcoin. Is what it looks like.
Doesn't make sense.
And also here's the thing. I get it, because there's people who like there's people out there who enjoy vintage items. They like the day one items. They like to keep it as is, right? However, this is technology. Technology is emerging. Technology is changing. The purpose of this technology is to give other people accessibility and to make it more useful in the real world. You can't push something that's not as useful as someone else would want to have it. You know, if your neighbor, think about it this way, if your neighbor doesn't want to use it, then chances are no one out there doesn't want to use it, right? Like, you want to make those chances and those odds as high as you can. So because of this, you should directly make Bitcoin better and faster. Not fork, not build on the side, not build a chain. Because guess what? That's when you confuse people. That's when things don't start making sense. That's when they go, oh, I don't want to hear about all this crypto, blah, blah, blah. Then they go, oh, I bought the gold one. Does not work out like the regular one. You know, somebody told you about black Bitcoin or something the other day.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Like what?
So
Why?
Like, I just
you know, there's a lot of things there's a lot of whys. Not everything needs to be tokenized. And somebody messaged me the other day, and they sent me a project.
Oh, man.
And clearly these people were in their funding round, and they haven't even ICO'd. Honestly, if they showed anyone that website, I'm appalled. Because reading through it, they put download was spelled down space load. Okay? And the whole concept of the coin in general I was just not a fan, right? It was supposed to be a black currency. And here's the thing.
What does that mean?
You can't make a currency based off a specific race. And then
oh, Jesus.
Wait. And then after making it based off a specific race, push it to black countries. What is a black country?
No such thing. Technically.
Kenyans they're not black. They're Kenyans, you know? Like, Africans, well, depending on what country in Africa, obviously, there's different ones, but people from Guam, they don't go, well, black, white, blah, blah, blah. No, technically Guam is a U.S. territory, so yes, they do, but...
Look, the whole thing
like,
about
you know,
it is that whole black-white shit is an American construct that we've forced upon the world that is not an accurate representation of any group of people whatsoever, right? Like, the term black and white originally was used not as like just a segregating thing, but like because white is supposed to be like this pure thing and black is supposed to be darkness, evil, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So just the terms black and white, I'm not even really a big fan of them shits anyway, right? But it also is not a good descriptor of any human being at all.
The purpose that those terms are in place is to separate people by how they look. Really, that's all it is.
Which is really dumb.
You know, so to not only be someone who was suppressed as a race, ethnicity, and culture, to then like acknowledge that and make something for your people, I'm offended for you. You know, like obviously you don't see the offense in that, but I'm offended for you.
Like you mentioned A-coin earlier, which is a coin that's directed towards building up the African economy, like,
right,
as a continent or whatever.
Right.
And like, I don't really have an issue with that the same way that I have an issue with somebody trying to say like, oh, this is a black currency. Like, what is a black currency?
I mean, A-coin's not even a black currency. It's just something to help the specific geographical location of where that coin, like it's not something that you can use here.
But that's an accurate description of, you know, a place.
And actually made that, you know, like connection to the guy. I was like, listen, go look up Akon, look up what he's doing. You know, this is what you should be structuring at if you want it to work. Not, oh, we're going to go to black countries. Well, I'm sorry, there's Chinese people who live in Jamaica. What's your point? Like,
Well, listen, technically, if you're Chinese and you live in Jamaica, you're technically not Chinese. You're Chinese.
Well, you're what?
Chinese?
Chinese?
Yeah, they just, for whatever reason, they don't, the E's is not on there. It's a EY.
Okay, all right, Tim. Haha jokes. Haha patois. Also, any Jamaicans that are out there from a future, possibly Jamaican's wife, please speak clearly. I was riding my bike yesterday, and I'm pretty sure he was Jamaican. At first, I thought he was speaking Spanish to me. And then I realized, no, that man's Jamaican because he started speaking patois. And all I could see was a smile on his face, and he just was yelling very loudly at me, but I could not actually understand a word he was saying. He might have been intoxicated. Just pronunciate words for me so I can understand what you're saying, even if you're saying good job.
Perfect.
So just want to say out there, Jamaicans, just pronunciate your words for me because I would appreciate it.
So Cartel Buffalo says, but you could argue that coins don't have a specific geographic location because that's what decentralization means. Maybe a world coin that everyone could use. Yes and no. If I say that this coin is mainly to be used by a certain group of people or whatever, like that, I mean, that's fine. If whatever my prerogative is, my prerogative, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, they all are decentralized to some degree, some more than others, and obviously that does mean that technically, globally, they could be used. I would argue, though, that while Bitcoin, for example, is a very global currency, there are definitely places in the world where you cannot spend Bitcoin. Whereas I do not have any trouble whatsoever spending Bitcoin here in the United States. Not one little bit. You send me Bitcoin, I can spend that shit anywhere in the United States right now. Whereas lots of other countries, you can't.
If you go to India or Iran.
So, right. So, India does have a number of places that you can spend Bitcoin.
There was actually something I read about the ban that they had updated.
My thing about it, though, is like the example we were giving earlier, like with A-Coin, for example. Yes, technically it could be a global / decentralized / whatever currency. It's just that if the person who created the coin is spending their marketing reserves on getting shop owners in Africa to accept this coin and focusing their efforts on one geographical region, you're mostly able to spend it. It's just like any other currency, right? The U.S. dollar, like, yes, you can spend the U.S. dollar pretty much everywhere. But in some instances, it's easier for you to transfer that U.S. dollar to the yen or the yuan or whatever it is to spend, overseas wherever you're at. So
you exchange it.
Right. So some currencies do work best in specific geographical regions, regardless that technically, globally, anyone can hold them. So that's just my kind of, thesis on that.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone believes in the utility. Here's the thing. There's decentralization and then there's utility, right? Like, you're not going to hold something that you're not going to utilize. And just because you can get your hands on it doesn't mean you should, because it's not meant for you. That's basically what he's saying. Because, I mean, you can get whatever you want, but there's utility. There's a purpose you're getting that.
Right.
That's all it is.
Like, you could give me, like, if I do a gig, gig economy, we out here. If I do a gig for somebody and they pay me in, Jamaican dollars, I can't really do nothing with that unless I go to Jamaica. So, pay in the currency of the place, I think. And so different places have different currencies because adoption works different all over the place.
Yeah, the likelihood of having a global currency, though it would be ideal, is a little rough because not only would that mean that countries have to surrender their basically their finances, right? Because here's the thing. There's countries whose their money is backed by something, military or oil or whatever it is, right? You're basically telling the country.
So happy you said military first, because that's 100% what our money is backed by.
You're technically saying, hey, country, guess what? Every country in the world, even though they may or may not be your allies, it can be your enemy, is going to go on this currency, and you actually do not have control over it technically because it belongs to everyone. If there was good world leaders out there and everyone in the government decided to play nice, maybe, but we're human. That's probably never going to happen. Unfortunately, that's the unfortunate truth, right? Every country would literally have to come together, and that's just probably never going to happen. I don't know. Could they adopt maybe a global currency that other countries could accept as maybe an official currency and take a dividend of the currency itself, maybe, but that's weird.
Nah, so
that's strange.
Here's how I really see it shaking out. Like, one of the points that we had in the comments here is same here in the Philippines. Mostly they don't know what Bitcoin is just yet. So let's say Bitcoin does become like the global currency or whatever, right?
Okay.
It wouldn't mean that, you know, U.S. dollars wouldn't exist and everything else wouldn't exist. Like, those are already...
It would go alongside it.
Those are already ingrained in those countries, right? And so you would be able to use Bitcoin. It's a really shitty example, but like the same way that I could pay with either cash or like a credit card or whatever, like...
Right, that's what I'm saying, but governments are going to want a chunk of those money. The government's going to want a chunk of the money. Any government's going to want a chunk of the money. If they're accepting money from whatever, they're going to want, their hand's going to want to be in there, you know?
But they don't have to own the money to get a chunk of it, right? Like,
that's true.
If the laws state that you accept whatever value, and based on the value, you know, that you accept, you pay this much taxes, like, you're still responsible, quote unquote, for paying those quote unquote taxes, quote unquote. Now, whether or not you actually pay quote unquote taxes, quote unquote, you know, I can't tell you whether or not you should or you should not pay those taxes.
I mean, that's kind of what's happening with Bitcoin right now, technically speaking.
Pay those
you know,
taxes. Taxes. Fuck the government.
That's kind of what happened with Bitcoin right now. When you fill out your taxes for 2019, one of the questions that they ask is, did you invest,
just say no,
buy or sell digital currencies?
Say no.
That is a question.
Don't pay taxes.
You know, so that's kind of what's already happening. Now, do we have one that we've agreed on and one consensus? No, because there's a bunch of digital currencies.
Don't pay taxes.
Okay, Tim.
I'm sorry. I feel strongly about this.
Okay, well, here we are.
Yo, here's my thing, right? Like, we just here in the United States printed like $2 trillion or some dumb shit, or like $6 trillion. I don't know, some number. I can't even keep up with the numbers. Too many zeros. I don't know. What the fuck are you taxing me for? Just fucking print the shit yourself. Like, leave me alone. Don't tax me. Let alone me. What on earth? I don't have no damn military. Like, I can't force the world to like back me. Like, damn, yo, like, why you taxing me for? Just print the shit, stupid.
These are all legit points, but
leave me alone. What are you taxing me for? I do nothing to you.
Yeah,
I didn't sign no damn contract.
These are all legit points. These are all things to think about, but you know, here we are.
Here we are indeed.
Here we are. Here we are. Here is today.
We have a really good mix today. Like, we have someone on Twitch. We have a couple people on Periscope. Obviously, YouTube, like always. Like, I haven't seen any comments coming from D-Live. But we have a really good mix today.
Yeah, thanks you guys for joining us during this time. I hope you guys are entertaining yourself at home. I've been thinking of getting...
We should do like a giveaway next week.
Everyone's been doing... We could. Yeah, if you guys tune in back in, maybe we'll do a giveaway. But everyone's been playing Animal Crossing. And I think I'm going to get the Fit Ring or the Ring... Some ring. Because so the Switch is obviously a hot console right now. People are getting Switches left and right if they already have one.
Yeah, I know hella people that just got a Switch. It's crazy.
It's mostly because of Animal Crossing. Yeah. The majority, that's a really hot game right now. But I think I want to get one of the Fit Rings. It's apparently a game that you play and you work out holding a ring, like in your hand like this, like you do stuff. I feel like Dance Dance is kind of played out by now. Like, I have like Dance Dance Revolution and all those like on like my Xbox, but like I don't know. I think for this quarantine period, because this whole thing is happening, I think that's going to be an investment I'm going to make. I'm going to throw the $80 or $60 or whatever it is and get one of those Fit Rings because supposedly we can't go outside.
The Dance Dance Revolution, like
the pad
shit that you would like actually like Dance Revolution on.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It wasn't my like. I didn't.
Did you? I mean, did you like it?
I used like 3 times, honestly.
You know, there's a lot of like.
It was the worst, like $100 or whatever the fuck it was.
Really?
Yeah, it was so terrible. It might have not been 100, but like it was a decent amount of money, and I just did not give any type of shit whatsoever. Was it not as good as the material it's made out of? It makes like how do I describe this material? Do you know like those baby mats that they lay on and then there's like an arc and they like touch stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So you know how like the material that they lay on is like crinkly?
Right.
That's what the Dance Dance thing was, but like 3 times as thick. So the crinkles were like really, so as you were playing it was just like just really crinkly, and like I couldn't. And then plus
that's like, a little cringy.
Plus, like, I didn't want to wear shoes on it, obviously, but then like it sucked on carpet. So it was just like, I don't know. It didn't work.
Yeah, not your best work, Dance Dance.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the chat here, see what's going on.
Quarantine, drinking and gambling Bitcoin all day, 24/7.
How is, you know
And
what?
of course, playing League of Legends with no Switch. Oh, League of Legends. I haven't played LOL.
LOL.
No, I haven't played LOL. We've been playing a lot of Warzone lately. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, we've been on
Especially
Warzone.
me.
I don't know if you guys know the game Cuphead. That's one of my favorite games. My brother told me to play the game, but he said he would send the name to me. But apparently it's a new online game that he wants to play. I'll probably stream that sometime. If you guys follow me on either Twitter or YouTube or DLive or whatever, Annalese BNT, you'll find me, and I'll be playing games on there. But yeah, I don't know. There's been a few interesting games. I mean, I think now's a really good time to hop online if you're someone who's been thinking about either making content or, just getting serious about anything that has to do with, online gig economy, and just like hop on it. Like everyone, you have the maximum amount of exposure right now.
Listen, here's what I'm going to tell you right now, okay? Don't just hop on it, okay?
Well, do your research. Do it right.
Yes, because look, I can't. Here's the thing. I've been seeing lately a lot of people trying to stream and do this and do that, and I'm proud that people are out there trying to get it shaken. But at the same time, don't make it look shitty. Unfortunately, the Drunk Crypto Variety Show was there was supposed to be a lot more variety to it, and so I changed up the format. Hence this nice, wonderful couch that most of you have never seen before. And I haven't really been able to flex the new format at all. But if you're gonna stream, make it look nice. Have a nice lower third and logos and stuff. Don't be basic. You know what I'm saying? I know this stream is kind of basic for my taste when it comes to we used to our transitions are crazy. We have a lot of cool shit. But I haven't really been using it lately just because it's not really a new variety we can do right now. Though the purpose of this show is we were supposed to have live guests come in with fucking tigers and shit, and I can't.
All right, Tiger Kim, calm down. You're adding to the exploitation of cubs in America. What are you doing?
What the fuck I gotta do with me? What the fuck?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
This was not a joke. What the fuck I got to do with
So something I just want to throw in there real quick. I've been seeing a lot of people.
I didn't finish my tangent.
What's your tangent? Go ahead, Tim.
Like I was saying, if you are interested in streaming, what I would recommend is you check out bitsandtokens.com/stream-kits. I will put it in the chat for everyone on all platforms to see. You should absolutely use that at very least to get some ideas on how you can do stuff. And if you contact me, I might even have a couple free, very basic stream kits that I might even be willing to just give away for free because I just don't want people streaming and it looks shitty. Really it grinds my gears when I just see, I've seen people stream and then they find out what OBS is and then they find out how to do a display capture and I can literally see your entire desktop. And then they just open up Zoom or some shit. And they're still fumbling around with getting Zoom open while they're live. And I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I will personally work with you and make your stream look lit. But you just can't just don't stream just Zoom. That's fucking shitty and I don't want to see it. There needs to be something dynamic about the stream. At least one thing. Right? If you look below me right now, what you're seeing is a live ticker. It's live, right? That's the same fucking ticker that I have on bitsandtokens.com. It updates live, so you can see the price changing right now. Those prices are accurate right now. There needs to be something dynamic and cool happening. I don't want to just see your face. If I wanted to just see your face, I would watch your shitty Instagram stream. So if you're thinking about doing it, I definitely think you should.
Which he has been doing lately.
I have been watching shitty Instagram streams lately. Yes, it's how I keep in touch with with my hometown. So I know the goings on of My Hometown by Instagram live stream. Shout out to the CC show. So.
All right, so if Tim's done with his tangent now, one other thing that I wanted to point out is lately I've been seeing a lot of people have been buying XRP.
No.
So there was an initial investment that was XRP had made to the gaming community, but also there was a proposal that was submitted today to allow people to make transactions from one another using the XRP ledger. So I'm not sure. It was on GitHub. I don't know when that will go through or if it'll go through. It's just a proposal. So I don't know. I don't know specifically.
How you doing on wine, by the way? Want some more? Because personally.
Well, I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay. You're okay too.
Am I?
Yeah, you're okay.
I don't think so.
You need a napkin?
Is napkin code for more wine?
No, it's to wipe away your butt hurt.
Why would I use a napkin for that? You just bought Equate flushable butt wipes.
Sure, but I mean, I don't know. You need some TP? What do you need?
They smell really good, by the way.
You're welcome.
Like my butt smells like super nice.
We're talking about XRP here.
Yeah, my butt.
No. No. So yeah, XRP has been, there has been people I've been seeing that didn't buy XRP before, even posting like, oh, just bought my first batch of XRP, blah, 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 blah. XRP is still in the negative. XRP is a very good token for replacing the Swift system. I will say that. Personally, for me to, well, there's no, so there's not really any other alternatives right now in terms of replacing.
Are not there?
Are not there? No. It's just right now it's just Swift, and then there's proposals. XRP is technically one of those proposals. You have your JP Morgan coin, which works in the JP Morgan branch, but it's not something that works globally. There was something else that I've heard of that's supposed to replace Swift.
Coin was just to
just shit on niggas, honestly.
No, I really think JPM was just to like a pet project, honestly. I really don't think that they actually will ever use that for anything.
Probably not. It's something that they just kind of made. Honestly, they were just jumping on the bandwagon, possibly. They were just jumping on board with everyone else. But
stupid Chevy.
Jesus. But yeah.
XRP incredibly good investment because it's sucking up institutions. While it's cringe, it's also paving the way for adoption for crypto in general. Kind of, not the last part. Not really.
XRP. So at first, XRP had pretty good ties with the federal government at one time. They were talking to the SEC. I don't know what ever happened to that.
What's his name? Have a fucking B-Girls had a fucking meeting with Trump or some shit.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah. I know. Well, I don't know about Trump, but I know they were talking to SEC. I know they were talking to the SEC. I know they were giving them, information about, the framework and how things should be laid out, and how they can get involved with the government in general. But again, it all comes down to utility. I personally do not necessarily need XRP, in my day-to-day life because I am not a financial institution. So here's the thing. XRP is basically replacing the traditional stock in this situation, right? You're supposed to use XRP to trade from one bank to another. Banks are supposed to be using the XRP. If XRP had a separate stock, fantastic. I think that would be so much better than me buying XRP directly right now. It's just that is my only issue that I would say that I have with XRP. I should not be having XRP directly.
I'm upset.
XRP should be cheap for banks to trade amongst themselves, and I should have a stock of value, a store of value, which is not the XRP itself, but part of the company or however they decide to divvy it up, to have a stock like program. That's what I think.
No, why?
Why? Because why do I need XRP? Banks use XRP. I should have a share of.
Why should you have a share of their company? That's like somebody saying
not even a share, but something different.
How presumptive of you that you think you deserve a fucking share of some shit?
Well, if you're selling stock,
they're not though.
They should.
They should not. They should not.
I think so. I don't think I should have XRP if it's not meant for me. Here's my thing. I shouldn't hold the currency in this case is replacing that traditional stock, but I wouldn't myself use XRP. I mean, people are trying to make it more useful for people. In this case,
Yo,
they're trying to trade XRP from another on the ledger and blah, 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 blah to create value. But
I use XRP, like, if I ever have to take money off of Binance or whatever, I'll send it to Coinbase in XRP and then from there convert it back to Bitcoin just because it's way faster than Bitcoin. That's what I use it for.
Well, sure. I mean, what takes 3 seconds?
Yo, it's mad fast.
It's a 3-second,
compared to,
you know?
I mean, Coinbase has their own, method of, like, how many confirmations or whatever they want or whatever the fuck, but I personally, like, I just use it when I need to do something really fast and I know I can immediately on the other end convert it, like, back to Bitcoin. That's what I use it for. So trading XRP and altcoins on leverage. Oh, okay. I got you, fam. Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to do a lot of trading, and like I taught, Annalese about trading, and I whatever. But I don't really trade a lot anymore.
It's been a while since we actively traded,
especially on leverage. In my life, I've only ever had one margin call, and like that was enough for me to like shit my pants and like never want to fucking trade on leverage ever again. You don't know how, like, when someone tells you, like, yo, like, you have 24 hours to either deposit more money or, like, we're going to liquidate you, like, you don't know, like, how, like, my heart, like, I can't take it. I can't, like, that's too...
Give us your money or we're going to take all your money.
that 100x shit, like, I can't, like, y'all wildin' for that.
Oh, man. That's actually really funny. I personally have not traded any... leverage, nothing.
I haven't transferred instantly because it's synthetic on their platform. That's absolutely not true whatsoever. In order for the funds to actually be considered deposited, specifically, let's say for Bitcoin, they require 6 confirmations. Litecoin on Coinbase requires 12 confirmations. No, I lied. Bitcoin is 3 confirmations now. It actually went down recently. Litecoin is 12 confirmations. Yes. As with all exchanges, technically it's all synthetic. You're right about that. However, they do require a specific number of confirmations before the actual transaction is considered spendable. Most wallets do require a certain number of confirmations before transactions are spendable, and Coinbase is no different. Coinbase Wallet's no different. However, nothing is really transferred instantly. XRP is just a faster way of transferring the funds. The confirmations happen faster, block times are faster, everything's faster. It just is what it is. So I use XRP as a bridge.
It is what it is.
Drake?
No.
I think so.
Who says that?
I'm pretty sure.
Is that a Drake song?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
With that voice?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Drake says that?
Yes.
No.
It's from the Scorpion album, which I listened to a lot. Yeah.
Maybe.
Which is where you got it from.
Maybe.
100%.
Possibly.
But I do listen to DJ Young Savage's Chopped and Screwed version. Wow,
have you seen Drake's Child?
I have.
Oh my goodness.
Well.
So he looks like he has, Asperger's or something, but he's cute.
How the fuck? What? He's a child.
Well, in the face looks a little Down syndrome-ish. A little bit.
Does it?
It did a little bit to me. There's you have a certain face when you have signs of Down syndrome.
Well,
he might not have it.
I mean, Drake was in a wheelchair, so.
Okay, listen, Degrassi. Okay, listen. Okay, I don't know if he actually has anything or not. If he doesn't, bless that child.
My man
said,
LOL, leverage Bitcoin is safe. The liquidation won't stress you out. Okay, first of all, we can't even count the gray hairs up here right now. There's so many of them, okay? I don't know what the fuck type of time you're on, but absolutely not. You're wildin', B. You're wildin', B, like.
Well, he said low leverage. Low leverage, I believe. High leverage, that's a different story, because then you're getting into I did some pips in Forex once, and oof, never again.
You did some pips?
Pips, got some pips.
Okay.
I did some pips. Anyways, no. I was trading, and so I learned that higher leverage, lower margin, higher leverage, blah 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 blah. Tried to get into it. Oof.
My thing about Forex though is if you're coming from the crypto world, you actually you have really no reason specifically to fuck with Forex except for the fact that it's slightly less volatile than crypto.
Slightly less, and it depends on what market you're on, because there's you have your different. There's the 4 different markets
USD,
depending on the time zones, and then That's why I say it's 24/7, because, I mean, you know, different worlds.
Nah, they don't trade Forex on Sundays.
I know. But no, it's 24/7 with in comillas, because, you know, different time zones, different this, different that, different markets.
I'm sorry,
but I mean, that's
and what now?
quotes. Sorry. Sorry. I switched languages.
Bueno.
Why no? But yeah,
Y'all
I
are
mean,
savage as fuck. Yeah, man, you already know what the fuck time it is around me. I'm always on demon time, baby.
demon time. What is wrong with you?
I missed the hood. I'm sorry.
Apparently.
I'm always on demon time. Hey.
Tim is always looking for a fight.
Yo, facts.
Like, if you knew this man in real life, Tim is always looking for a fight.
It's
Have you guys
crazy.
seen that TikTok with those guys who are like, you know, making fun of the white girls, doing the
The people in jail?
yeah.
That's lit.
Yeah, that would be Tim if he wasn't here right now. I'm just saying.
In jail? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
You've been to jail.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. It's fucking sharing time, apparently.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that long.
Yeah, you called your mommy to bailed you out. So anyways.
Absolutely not. My mom didn't know until like probably a good like 3 days later at least. You know who came and got me? The plug. And I legally I'm not allowed to say what beverage I drank on the way home in that Audi. But it was delicious. It was.
Okay. Tim's on drugs. Okay, so anyways, guys.
It definitely was drugs.
What's wrong with you? You're
100% it was drugs.
you're crazy, guys. Anyways, I don't think I have any specific news other than what I've mentioned so far. Make sure you stay indoors.
Oh,
Actually, I lied. Don't stay indoors. Go outside, get some sun. Get some melanin on your skin.
on.
Unless you can't. Don't get fined.
Okay.
Don't go to stores. Wear
Whoa.
gloves. Masks are not necessary, in my opinion. Stay away from people. You'll be fine.
You just said get some melanin on your skin, and that's not how that works. What?
I'm shaking my melanin. Just kidding. Yes, I know that's not how it works. You're born with melanin. Pigmentation.
Some people are. But that actually is a great segue into where I was going to go next. I recently did get into a Twitter beef with old white dudes. And so I just wanted to address the reason why I haven't been on Twitter. I am of the belief that old white crypto nerd dudes, you know, should not have a rap battle live stream. I don't think that should ever exist, and especially without giving back to the culture first. And so I went on a tangent because the people from the Crypto Campfire podcast, apparently they did that, and I didn't know it was them when I started my tirade about it, but apparently it was them, and they took offense to it. And I'm not sorry, but I also am not on Twitter right now because I'm just trying to stay low key and reassess how.
So why is
angry I
it
get about
that
stuff.
you took this to offense?
Well, first of all, rap holds a very special place in my heart. Not just because I'm fantastic at it, but it's gotten me through some really rough times in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like just impactful lyrics or whatever. You've even heard songs that I've done that are kind of sad or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It just knowing what you know, you understand the lyrics and why they're impactful to me or whatever. But beyond that, it's I don't want to get into the whole thing because I made a whole tirade on my Periscope about it or whatever. But pretty much jazz, blues, rock and roll, fucking even tap dancing. You know what I'm saying? Those are all things that were created by people who look like me. But people who look like me do not own those industries anymore. And I don't think that that's right. And so rap is kind of this next frontier where people like me created that genre of music and we still we don't own that industry. And I don't like that. And I don't like when people make a mockery of it. And I don't like when people take from that industry without giving something first. I don't care who you are, if you don't give to the culture first or you're not ingrained in the culture, you should not be taking from it.
I mean, can you give me an example of what you mean? Is there people who understand this ideology and have done likewise? Like, is this a thing?
I'll give you an example of us, right? Did we come out the gate as experts who know everything and you should watch my channel and we're selling products and a bunch of shit? Or did I start by being on forums and this and that and whatever and just answering questions, and then from answering questions it blossomed into having a channel, and then from having a channel it blossomed into us having like a service where people could pay and talk to us 24/7, which then blossomed into like, you know what I'm saying? Like there were steps that we took.
Right.
Like I didn't just come in and kick down a door and say like I'm here now, you know what I'm saying? And I also didn't make a mockery of it at first.
Okay.
I didn't start like a parody account. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so, and the issue that I had is just like, not that they took it lighthearted, like whatever, take whatever you want lighthearted, but like to make a mockery of a thing that you've never given anything to, I just think is mad corny. I think it's really, really fucking corny. Especially knowing, or you should know, you know what I'm saying? Like the history of shit like this, where it's like people who look like me have invented a ton of shit and we don't get credit for none of it. Like you've never really read in like a history book, you know, more than, I don't know, George Washington Carver, right? And you read about like, oh, he invented peanut butter. But you don't know like, you know, people who look like me invented the air conditioning. Did you know that?
I did.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know shit like that. Like we don't get credit for a lot of this shit. And so I'm not saying like, you know, I'll give mad credit, blah, blah, this and that, but like, it's really like a cultural thing, yo. Like, rap is a part of a American urban youth culture. It didn't come from prosperous neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? And so like, to take from that or to make a mockery of that without trying at least to give back, it just doesn't make sense to me. And giving back could have been as easy as like, you know what? We have this idea. We want to do a fun crypto rap battle. Let's get somebody from the rap community to host the battle for us, or like be a judge or some shit. Like it could have been so simple, you know what I mean? Like literally anything. Asking the people in your community, like in the crypto community, like, yo, who is in this, you know, industry or whatever, and like building off of that. Instead of just doing it as like, oh, I'm going to do it anyway and it's going to be a funny thing. You know, like it really rubbed me the wrong way. They could have just as easily done a roast battle and nobody would have even had to rhyme. You would just have to make fun of each other and it would have been so funny and I would have had no problem with it. But the fact that it was a rap battle, when battle culture is like you heard me listen to like actual rap battles before, you know what I'm saying? Like I really enjoy them. Like it's very witty, it's really smart, you can understand, you know what I'm saying? Like there's levels to this shit. Like it just, I don't like when people make a mockery of something that like I'm really into, unless like if you're in that industry, then the mockery that you're making can actually be like, if you're doing a parody of something, there's ways to do it that's like fun and friendly. And I didn't feel like anything that they were doing was fun and friendly. I felt like they were taking and just making a mockery, and I don't like shit like that.
Okay,
So.
Understandable. I understand. Okay, well, hopefully you'll come back to Twitter soon. Hopefully we'll see you on social media.
We'll see.
Make sure to follow, like, subscribe us on social media to catch us whenever we're gonna do our shows. So I feel like some people would prefer also having either a first show earlier in the days. I don't know what you guys think. You guys have been joining us here late at night, which is awesome, but there's people who end up being, you know, this time is 4 a.m. for them.
That's true.
So, you know, there is a possibility, especially during this lockdown time, that, you know, we may pop up during the day. We might have 2 shows. So who knows? We'll talk about it. But is there anything else that you wanted to go over, Tim?
No, that's it.
No?
I waited all the way till the end to get that off my chest. Instead of just being a dickhead in the beginning. So, you know, I kind of feel good about that. And that's pretty much it.
Well, I'm glad you did. Well, guys, thanks for joining us on this Drunk Crypto Variety Show.
Bye.
I'm Annalese. You guys take care. Make sure to stay safe. Make sure to stay
your,
alive.
where can people find you? At Annalese_BNT?
At Annalese_.BNT.
Cool.
.BNT.
Well,
No, not .BNT. I thought I said that.
Annalese_BNT.
Yeah, that's me.
Cool.